will be November 15th at 1:30.
Me personally, I don't think Mayweather is broke. And I really think people just need to stop pocket watching the man and stay out his damn business. And if he is broke, that's his damn business. A lot of people ain't never lived like that, you know?
When the name Floyd Mayweather is mentioned, you think undefeated, untouchable, and undeniably rich. But today, that legacy took a devastating hit. In a moment that stunned the entire courtroom, Floyd Mayweather reportedly collapsed after hearing the verdict in his $402 million real estate scam case. And honestly, this moment wasn't just a shock. It was years in the making. Let's break it all down.
I killed you, motherfucker. You crazy? I know the fuck you nigga playing with. I don't play no motherfucking games. I'll fuck you up, motherfucker. I'll fuck you up. I play no motherfucking games. I killed you, motherfucker. You crazy? I know the fuck you nigga playing with. I don't play no motherfucking games. I'll fuck you up, motherfucker. I'll fuck you up. I play no motherfucking games.
It all started with Floyd's so-called power move in Manhattan. A few months ago, Mayweather proudly posted a video to his 30 million Instagram followers, flexing about how he purchased 62 buildings in New York for $402 million. According to Floyd, it was the ultimate boss move. Over 1,000 apartments in Morningside Heights, Upper Manhattan, and Harlem, all ready to rake in millions of dollars in rent. Floyd boasted that he didn't even have any business partners. It was all him.
About this $400 million property deal that he had been discussing here in New York City. But now, according to Business Insider, it's not what you think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties, and it's 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Here is what Floyd Mayweather had said at the time on a video that he posted on his Instagram.
I love bringing the people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings, all belong to me. Guess what? You can do the same.
All right. Well, now we're trying to figure out what happened, right, with Business Insider. So according to another update,
But behind the scenes, things weren't adding up. Reports started surfacing that Floyd's ownership paperwork was shady, that huge portions of the purchase were allegedly financed using fraudulent loans and misrepresented assets.
Oh, this is horrible, bruh. But if you're somebody who have a brain, you can look at the situation and see where the con is and see what the play is. If you look at Mayweather post, he has a website, right? And the website goes to his new company called Vada Properties. This is just inspiration and motivation for the people who are interested in real estate. Just showing you a little glimpse of my portfolio. Go to vadaproperties.com for more updates. And the company who actually owns the units, they actually gave Mayweather Company, Vada Properties, they gave him this award that means nothing, all right? This is straight fraudulent.
The IRS began quietly investigating, and when they raided Floyd's mansion, what they found was way bigger than anyone imagined.
Off Mulholland Highway. 24 feds, some in tactical gear, could be seen carrying evidence from the property, including several firearms. After the search, a SWAT team was seen leaving in a procession of law enforcement vehicles. Federal agents also executed a similar raid in Las Vegas today at the...
Inside Mayweather's sprawling Vegas mansion, the feds uncovered a hidden stash of illegal drugs, unregistered firearms, and millions of dollars in unaccounted-for cash. It was a disaster.
ESPN reporting that Mayweather, get this, still has not paid his taxes for 2015. We don't know how much money Mayweather owes, but he's asking the IRS for a break until the fight the end of August.
This wasn't just about financial crimes anymore. This was federal, and it was serious. Floyd's empire, once built on knockouts and money showers, was now under siege from every direction.
What he do had to pay, what? Cut a $100 million check to the IRS. Yeah. Give him $100 million. Now, if someone in this camp introduced them to someone that knew the game and that could save them money, he would look at that as a business move. Be very cautious. Don't want to mess his shit up. But then he has security. Well, if it don't work, at least got the money to pay him off. So I think it's a low risk, high reward for him. So I think in that situation, people with money like Mayweather, they'd be like, all right, I'll try it out.
And it didn't stop there. Around the same time, Floyd's name got dragged into a massive crypto scam scandal.
You won't believe this. Floyd Mayweather is back in the NFT space to launch his metaverse called Mayweverse. There will be 5,000 NFTs with different utility, rarity levels, and rewards. But this NFT project is after a series of NFT and crypto scams he's started and promoted throughout the years. Some abandoned projects are Centra ICO, Ethereum Max, Floyd NFT, Bored Bunny, scamming his supporters for over more than $5 million. What do you think? Follow for more NFT news.
Floyd had heavily promoted multiple shady crypto coins, hyping them up on social media and allegedly getting paid millions for it, without telling fans he was being paid. After these coins crashed and burned, thousands of investors lost millions. Lawsuits flooded in, painting Floyd as a snake oil salesman who scammed his own fans. To make things even worse, the ghosts of his exhibition fights came back to haunt him. Floyd's high-profile exhibitions, especially the one against Logan Paul, started looking real bad.
Floyd Mayweather, looking forward to receiving the rest of the money you owe me, but thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. He gave me an opportunity.
What is your relationship?
Non-existent.
Okay.
It was good, but there was like a money thing. We'll get it figured out.
There's always a money thing.
That's news to me, man.
Logan exposed Floyd for not paying him after the fight, accusing Floyd of pocketing the money and ghosting him.
Floyd Mayweather, you punch-drunk idiot. Read my lips. Oh, wait, you can't. Where's my money, bitch? Floyd never paid me for our fight. Who am I, the IRS? You can't dodge taxes like you do punches, dummy. Floyd, how can you call yourself the GOAT?
And Logan wasn't alone. Several other fighters quietly accused Floyd of shady payouts and broken promises after their exhibitions.
Because I see a lot of people always bring up the fighter pay with the UFC, but isn't Logan complaining right now that he didn't get his checks from Floyd? Is that like a boxing issue versus
you
a boxing thing?
You don't ever hear that coming out.
To this day,
you hear a guy
right
going,
now,
I want to make $30 million, I didn't get paid enough. You don't ever hear guys going, yeah, they didn't pay me yet, ever.
Is that like a boxing issue?
Well, here's what happens when you go in and you do these fights, and you make them. And Hunter, correct me if I'm wrong. You do these fights that are exhibitions or whatever. The commission isn't overseeing it. So let's say I did a fight with Mike. I got Mike fighting, Francis or something. The athletic commission gets the money up front, so they pay the fighters. They don't have to wait for. That was the big problem in the past, is that these boxing promoters would come in and they wouldn't make as much money as they thought they were going to do, so they would stiff the fighters and not pay the guys. And that's why these regulations are in place in these different states.
All of it. The real estate fraud, the crypto scam, the exhibition fight controversies, led to this moment. The $402 million Manhattan scandal was the final nail. Prosecutors built a rock-solid case, painting Floyd as a reckless, greedy fraud who thought he was too rich and too famous to ever get caught. And when the guilty verdict dropped, Floyd's world officially collapsed. Eyewitnesses say Floyd looked stunned when the verdict was read. Moments later, he reportedly collapsed, needing medical attention right there inside the courtroom. The man who once called himself TBE, the best ever, now faced a reality more brutal than any opponent he ever fought.
Floyd Money Mayweather up until recently didn't have any money, so Floyd is the highest earning athlete in his career, making over $1.1 billion. And after making a killing, he ended up retiring in 2017. However, he dug himself into a hole after making super lavish purchases like this LA mansion. It was so bad that he actually owed $22.2 million to the IRS, which made him have to come out of retirement to pay that back. Like and follow for more.
And here's the thing. This wasn't some random misstep. Floyd's collapse in court was the tragic end to a long pattern of arrogance catching up with him. For years, people around Floyd warned that his flashy lifestyle, his endless flexing, and his shady business moves would eventually bring him down. He didn't listen. He thought he was above it all.
What's your definition of toy?
Well, private jet, Enzo, Bugatti. Let's walk over here. I'll show you a couple toys. They call this the $1 million garage.
I know we're on television, Floyd, but I think it's necessary for me to say, damn.
Well, we are on ESPN. These are sports cars. It's a sports network. This car costs $3.2 million. This Bugatti right here costs $1.6 million. You ain't seen these toys.
I haven't seen these?
No.
What? Floyd, this is 7 cars, man. Silver, platinum, Miami, black LA, white Vegas.
Yeah, in New York, I got my drivers.
And you got your drivers in New York?
Yeah.
Why? Talk to me about why you make the decision to drive different colored cars in respective cities.
Spoiled brat.
Oh, just being a brat?
Just being a brat.
The 7 cars that you showed me are in excess of $15 to $20 million.
Let me see what's the number. We go 3
and you don't drive them.
It's close to 15 million. You're right. It's close to 15 million.
And you don't drive them.
No.
Oh Lord, this is your closet?
Yeah.
I see the money team hats along with various others.
Yeah.
Do you even know how many outfits you have?
I wear the same clothes, but I gotta.
What makes this even crazier is that Floyd was already dealing with massive public embarrassment before today. It was Tank exposing Floyd's own daughter, Yaya Mayweather.
I'm just doing what because I got money. 2020.
According to rumors, first leaked by Ryan Garcia, Yaya had been texting and chasing after Tank Davis on Snapchat, constantly trying to get his attention. Yeah, the same Yaya who already had a baby with rapper NBA Youngboy. At first, a lot of people didn't take it seriously. Because, let's be real, Ryan Garcia says wild stuff all the time, and most fans brushed it off as him trolling.
Because Ryan is on the internet right now saying that he knows the root cause of the Tank Davis and Floyd Mayweather beef. And this was news to me that there's a possibility that Tank had a relationship with Floyd's daughter. It's not official news. If Ryan Garcia said it, it's definitely not official news. And I'm not gonna act like he doesn't have a relationship with Tank Davis and Floyd Mayweather, like where there's smoke, there couldn't be fire. There is clearly something going on between Floyd and Tank Davis.
His daughter, she a grown woman. She do what she want to do, when she want to do it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but is Tank right for that though?
Yeah.
Yeah, but is that good business to sleep with your business partner's daughter?
Business is business and personal is personal. We can't let this get between our money, man.
But then, Tank himself broke the silence. It wasn't just a crazy rumor anymore. It was a full-blown scandal that made Floyd look like he had no control over his own family. At the exact same time, his empire was crumbling.
Do you think Floyd did that intentionally?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Why? After so much time, after I guess, again, after what we think he helped you come into the game, he gave you the spotlight. Like, why would he try to diminish your career?
Because at that time, I don't want to go too deep into it because I don't want to bring out it was somehow that they were saying that I was messing with his daughter off of the fact that she kept Snapchatting me.
Okay.
She kept hitting me on the Snapchat. So they sent it to Floyd, and Floyd bugged out.
Okay.
So that's what made it like.
And you think that was the downfall of y'all career? I mean, y'all
No, it was a
relationship, not
downfall.
career.
Yeah,
relationship.
It wasn't a downfall of my career. I mean, my our relationship, because it was more things that he was doing. Like
he scheduled a fight, I think.
It's not like Floyd didn't have warning signs. His relationship with Tank Davis had completely disintegrated. Remember when Gervonta Tank Davis exposed him? But this time it wasn't family. It was Floyd's empire hanging by a thread. Tank went public, claiming Floyd had been detained in Dubai, a detail that Floyd's team desperately tried to cover up. Tank didn't hold back, making it clear that behind the yachts and private jets, Floyd was drowning in legal problems. Tank wasn't lying either. Floyd was spiraling, and everyone could see it. And it wasn't just Tank. 50 Cent, once tight with Floyd, had long since exposed him for shady business moves. 50 claimed Floyd scammed him out of money and called him a fake rich clown who couldn't even read a basic contract.
What the hell happened between 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather?
He changed his mind. As he was going into jail, he asked me to help him with Mayweather promotion. Signed the actual fighters. We had acquisition of Gamboa, Andre Durrell, IBF champion, Billy Dibb. I brought him over while Floyd was incarcerated. Then he comes home, let's get Floyd back in pocket. $300,000 chains, new Lamborghini, and I'm sitting there going, when you gonna give me the money? But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail.
Are we talking over $2 million?
It's about that. When he finally does bring up the actual situation, he acted like he didn't know anything. I didn't tell y'all to do that. And I'm looking at him and he looked in my face and he didn't tell me to do that.
Everything people said about Floyd back then is hitting even harder now. And now it's undeniable. Floyd's empire wasn't built to last. It was built on fraud, ego, and a belief that he could outrun accountability forever.
When Floyd left Bob Arum, it's good for them to do it and become their own boss. And then if another guy does it, it's not good for the sport. He's disloyal. And what's wrong with Tank saying he want to be his own boss? And honestly, I've been there. The relationship between them two is very toxic. It's a toxic relationship. It's up and down and up and down. And I'm not going to elaborate to everything that I know, but it's a very toxic relationship. And that's why when I tweet stuff, I don't tweet often, but when I tweet, I may fire off 50 tweets in the day. And that's why when I tweeted certain things about the relationship, Tank retweeted it because he knows. Like, I'm not just going to say what it is. It's a very toxic relationship. It's back and forth. And I think it will serve him best to go and be his own boss.
In terms of what happens next, it's not looking good for Floyd. Experts say he could be facing years of prison time, tens of millions in fines, and the complete dismantling of his financial empire. His properties could be seized. His accounts could be frozen. His brand, which once symbolized invincibility, is now a joke. And it's not just about money. Floyd's collapse today marks the total destruction of his legacy. For so long, he prided himself on being Money Mayweather, the guy who played the system, who always won. But no amount of money, no lawyer, no private jet could save him from the truth.
Crazy that everybody keep asking me, why you not coming back to fight? Why you not coming back to fight? So I look at the fight game. I said, okay. I said, fighters fighting, they make $3 million, $4 million, $6 million, $7 million. Some may make 10 or 20 million. But I'm doing exhibitions and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight and get a guaranteed 35 million when I'm doing exhibitions and getting 100 million?
And honestly, it's a cautionary tale for every young fighter out there watching. All the flashy watches and Lamborghinis mean nothing if your foundation is rotten.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, limited edition AP, all factory, 1.8 million right here. The $20 bills section. We like to call this the Andrew Jackson section, but I like to call it wallpaper. 200,000 in 20s. I heard in the song you can get the biggest Chanel bag in the store if you want it. Well, it's the biggest Chanel bag in the world. I got this bag from Karl Lagerfeld. R.I.P. May he rest in peace. Money getting motherfucker like myself, always showing out, always talking shit. Light 1.8 million. You know how it is. Check it out. Let them know it's all hundreds. Money made all motherfucking day.
Fame without humility is a ticking time bomb. Floyd Mayweather thought he could outrun it forever. Today, reality caught up with him, hard. The question now is simple. Can Floyd survive this? Or is this truly the end of the Mayweather empire? One thing's for sure. The mask has been ripped off. The truth is out there for everyone to see. And no amount of flexing can hide it anymore. So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.